And some of those challenges that for in-store compute is, the massive scale. How, it's not feasible for our customers to be able to manage compute resources in each store by sending a person to each store. It's not feasible for those same customers to, when there's an outage, have to send a engineer to each of those stores to fix that problem. It would result in windshield time and downtime and unreliable service for the stores, right? And stores in these businesses that we're talking about are constantly trying to do new things in the stores, right? So, you can think of a makeup store where you walk into the store, they recognize your face, they pull it up on an iPad, and now you're sampling, makeup instead of on your face in real time. You're actually, the buyers are seeing that on a digital mirror type application, right? And then they can reduce the number of samples that they're giving out, and lots of good reasons to have in-store compute, right? And so when our customers are trying to solve these challenges, right, it's how do I connect to the stores? How do I manage the stores at scale, right? How do I manage Kubernetes in those stores? If I need to do upgrades to Kubernetes in those stores, how do I manage it across such a large, massive geographic scale, right? And do it in a timely fashion that's not impacting to the stores, right? Remote troubleshooting is super challenging in a lot of cases for our customers, right? I can't SSH to the store. I can't SSH to the node. The surveillance is down. What do we do, and how do we solve these kind of problems, right? And some of our customers are actually have taken it to sort of the next level, right? They have identified a store as the software-defined store, right? And what that means is that they want to be able to set up a store from scratch, right? From networking all the way up to running all in-store compute. So they want to kick off a Jenkins pipeline. That Jenkins pipeline, as soon as the store is quote unquote online, it allows you to connect from the Jenkins pipeline into the routing infrastructure, configure all the different VLANs. Stores have multiple VLANs for lots of good reasons, right? They limit, external networks for their vendors. They have point of sale devices that are on a separate VLAN. They have surveillance systems on a separate VLAN, right? And they have reasons to be able to isolate all of this different traffic. So when they're setting up these stores, they want to, the ideal way to do it is through a software-defined store, through this Jenkins pipeline. And then ultimately, once the network gets set up, now we move on to the kind of the interesting steps, right? Those interesting steps include, I want to boot my server. And I want to boot it into the latest OS, right? I don't want to be on an older OS. I want to be in the latest, the most patched OS. So they leverage Platform 9 systems to pixie boot these servers. Then, which is really cool about this, is that we can then take that pixie booted server and automate the deployment of a Kubernetes cluster on it or on multiple servers. So in effect, Platform 9's managed Kubernetes offering with our bare metal offering is simplifying the deployment of Kubernetes clusters in each one of these stores through Jenkins type pipelines with zero human intervention. It's possible to deploy a store in a matter of minutes, right, without having people to log in. So it's in a very automated process, and that makes it very un-error prone, right? Some of the things that our customers really like about having Kubernetes out in our stores is, we can, manage it centrally with Platform 9 Managed Kubernetes. It is a production-ready Kubernetes. It's monitored 24/7, 365. We do provide an SLA there, right? We control the networking, right? So if you do have certain apps running in this Kubernetes cluster that need to be on specific VLANs, you can control that so that, your point of sale traffic never bleeds with your vendor traffic and things like that. And what we're going to do here is every Kubernetes cluster that we deploy, whether it's on a small server or multiple small servers, right, with a master and multiple worker nodes, that sort of thing, we manage the deployment, we manage the monitoring of all the components inside of Kubernetes. And, we also, when there's something going wrong in this environment, Platform 9 and our customers, our retail customers, get alerts and alarms from what's happening inside the Kubernetes cluster, as well as Platform 9's own monitoring, right? And then we're going to help you manage the lifecycle of Kubernetes as it goes from version to version over time. So Um, these are sort of the high level things that our customers are really like about Kubernetes. It's allowing them to innovate very quickly inside of inside of their stores, right? Allowing them to try and test new applications in their stores, enabling them to monitor and do things inside their stores that they previously were unable to do, right? Right, by running a Kubernetes cluster, maybe even putting a VM inside of KubeVirt inside of that cluster, giving them complete flexibility of all kinds of different apps that they can run inside their stores.